From the Torah, Leviticus 19:33 and 34. When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you should not do him wrong. The stranger who sojourns with you shall be to you as a native among you, and you shall love him as yourself, for you are a stranger in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
From the Quran, O ye who believe, stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to God, even as against yourselves or your parents or your kin, and whether it be against rich or poor, for God can be protected both. Follow not the lusts of your hearts, lest ye swerve. And if ye distort justice, or decline to do justice, verily God is well acquainted with all that ye do.
From the New Testament, Galatians 3:28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. And if you are Christ, then you are Abraham's offspring, heirs according to promise.
As we come together, we gain courage on this All Saints' Day through the words of Pope Francis, who said, "To be saints is not a privilege for the few, but a vocation for everyone." We gain strength through Saint Jose Maria Escriva, who reminded that the saints were not abnormal beings, cases to be studied. They are normal, of flesh like yours, and they won.
Feel ready to act for justice as we remember the words of St. Francis of Assisi. Start by doing what is necessary, then do what is possible, and suddenly you are doing
the belief about unlawful demonstration, you do not cease to desist, you will be subject to arrest. This is your first warning.
We're inspired by Imam Ali that remind us to be an enemy to the oppressors and a helper to the oppressed. Blessings are multiplied with justice. We are made ready by Anne Frank, who reminds how wonderful it is that nobody may wait a single moment before starting to improve.
And we move forward in the convictions drawn from St. Augustine. Hope has two beautiful daughters. Their names are Anger and Courage. Anger at the way things are, and courage to see that they do not remain as they are. In the absence of justice, what is sovereignty but organized robbery?
Pope Francis, before he was Pope, the biggest problem we face is marginalization of the people. Our people feel marginalized by a social system that's forgotten about them and isn't interested in them. Marginalization is the mother of our problems, and unfortunately, she has many children. Basically, what society is telling these people is, we don't want you to exist. The work we are doing here is to try to tell them instead, it is good that you exist.
Cesar Chavez, a labor leader and civil rights activist. Once social change begins, it cannot be reversed. You cannot uneducate the person who has learned to read. You cannot humiliate the person who feels pride. And you cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore.
All right, this is the third and final warning. Anyone left inside the perimeter is going to be subject to arrest. This is your last warning.
was already from there.
So are you going to bring her out this way?
We're going to bring it out. Go right there.
Yes. You're going to have to move outside our perimeter. Right here, over here. Thank you. Otherwise, you're subject to arrest. Thank you.
You cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore. We are marching in the light of God. They've pushed all the press outside of the perimeter now. So we're just waiting. Sorry for the shaky camera. Here there are many observers. Like I said, across the building right now, a group of faith leaders, if you just tuned in, read sacred texts while inside the rotunda and planning a peaceful protest. If you want to join in, they're still singing, we are marching in the light of God. They are faith leaders right now that read sacred texts in the rotunda that are calling for a clean Dream Act. They're singing, we are marching in the light of God. And they're being arrested for, I'm not entirely sure yet. I believe it's that they have 3 warnings. Let's see if I can ask this police officer. Excuse me, do you know what they're being arrested for?
No, sir, I have no idea.
Do you know what they're being arrested for right now? Unlawful demonstration, or
maybe unlawful demonstration, like citation of this or not.
Okay.
Did anybody on this side leave a black bag in there?
Does it have a tripod attached to it? Is it big? Is it like a big book bag?
Just a black bag.
Just a small black bag.
I gave it to Reverend Anderson. I just wanted to check.
You got it? No, I'm good. So, if you've just tuned in, faith leaders are being detained right now for unlawful demonstration. They were singing As the Saints Go Marching In, and we are marching in the light of God on All Saints Day. They're advocating for a clean Dream Act. There was a press conference this morning you can check out on the Sojourners Facebook page as well. It's really hard to hear, but they're actually still singing right now as each of them are taken. I'm wondering if they're being taken over. Are they being taken over that way?
Honestly, I do not know.
Yeah.
Either this way or that way, I don't know.
So it looks like, yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get any sort of close-up of these folks. Are they going that way? They're taking them down.
Yeah, if you take the stairs down one floor, they'll be coming downstairs.
Okay. Here at the Senate, Russell buildings. A lot of folks here waiting for colleagues, friends. Advocates for a Clean Dream Act. This is in the Senate office building, the Russell building. If you know what that is, that's where the offices are.
How are you?
There's John McCain.
Keep up the good work. Huh? Good. Hi, how are you?
Saying hi, folks.
How are you? Keep up the good work. God bless.
Voicing his support, actually, verbally, for Dreamers right now. We're here. They're still being detained. I'm not sure exactly where they'll be taken. One officer told me they'll be taken downstairs. But they held a press conference this morning advocating for a Clean Dream Act this year. Leaders such as Jim Wallace spoke. Yeah, it's hard to see what else is going on. Yeah, this is in the Senate office building, the Russell building right now. Here we are. I don't know if there's much else going on here. There are lots of different folks. Hey, Jessica, we're on Facebook Live now, and I'm wondering if we could just talk a little bit about what's going on and what happened this morning.
Yeah. So this morning we are here at the Russell building and with a lot of faith leaders and dreamers, and we are telling our senators and Congress members that we need a Clean Dream Act now by this year. A lot of dreamers are in limbo right now. They don't know what will happen with their status of deferred action for childhood arrivals, known as DACA. So we are continuing to push for the Senate and for Congress to pass the DREAM Act by this year. So this morning we had a press conference at the House Triangle, and then we came over walking in procession to the Russell Triangle, and also since it's All Saints Day, we were reading quotes from different saints and also singing in support of a DREAM Act. And right now there was an act of civil disobedience. A few faith leaders were arrested by just singing inside of the Russell building. And we're still here. Supporting and pushing so that a Clean Dream Act can pass.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks. So we're still here, seeing if there's anything else going to happen with these folks. If they're, have they been taken down the hall? Do you know?
I didn't see where they took them. Did you see where they took them?
This way.
They took them down this way. So it seems like they've cleared out the rotunda now, and Yeah, I think that's it for now. Thanks everyone for tuning in and being with us here. All right.